Welcome to the State of the Market for Law Firm Sales in 7 Minutes. My name is Jeremy Poock, and I lead Senior Attorney Match. In today's In 7 Minutes, we're continuing with our 2023 Thought Leadership Series with a focus on trial lawyers. In today's episode, we'll discuss how brand and digital value will increase sale values of personal injury law firms in 2023 and beyond. I'm excited to introduce my colleague, Stacey Burke. Stacey is a digital marketing guru who focuses on assisting law firms with all things digital marketing, with a significant amount of experience working with personal injury law attorneys nationwide. Stacey, welcome. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Stacey Burke. I'm here in Houston, Texas. I am a 21-year lawyer myself, and the majority of my career when I was still practicing, before I became a consultant 10 years ago this March, I handled personal injury litigation and products liability litigation on the plaintiff side. So I know the plaintiff's bar not only as a consultant to law firms, but also as a practitioner.
Great. Thanks, Stacey, so much. So let's jump right into it. When it comes to valuing law firms, we view that law firms have what we call 5 value chips. And those value chips consist of the client list, the referral source list taken together. That's an attorney or a law firm's book of business, their goodwill, subject matter knowledge, and post 2020, the digital value that lawyers and PI lawyers are building over the course of their careers. And next, we'll look at what we're calling law firm sales 2.0. And law firm sales 2.0, which is still a little bit ahead of our time, but personal injury law firms are definitely there in terms of law firm sales 2.0, where we're introducing a fixed price for sales plus an earnout. And the reason why we're introducing fixed pricing in law firm sales 2.0 is because we're starting to see that we can put a value on the digital value and brand awareness that firms, and particularly PI firms, have been developing really since the year 2000 and particularly since 2020. So, Stacey, I'm going to turn this question now to you, which is, how do you foresee brand and digital value increasing the sale values of personal injury law firms in 2023 and beyond?
I think it's such an important question because the value of digital assets alone, without even contemplating brand awareness, can be extremely significant, up into the 7 figures and beyond. If you have a firm that's existed for a long time, they've used the same domain and they've built up authority and credibility with search engines, their website is valuable. And so that is an asset that they're bringing, just like they're bringing their docket of cases or their referral sources, their book of business. The digital assets are additional components of value that can be sold along with the components of a practice that first come to mind. Established attorneys, whether they know it or not, have digital credibility that's out there even beyond their website in a variety of different locations online.
Thanks so much. And PI attorneys in particular have been investing digitally into their websites for years, sometimes even decades. So, Stacey, if you could just maybe get a little bit under the hood with us. I know you're not shy from being on the nerdy side when it comes to digital in law. Those firms that have been investing hundreds of thousands, sometimes even millions of dollars over the last 10, 20 years. Could you tell us a little bit more about how you see that digital value and how that can actually turn into sale value?
Sure. So law firm websites, for example, my company builds them, we design and develop them, and we engage in strategies to build digital credibility within those sites on an ongoing basis. For firms that are TV advertisers that have been doing advertising for a long, long time, or firms that spend a significant amount of money on search engine optimization, Google ads, all of the different digital marketing strategies. All of that over time both accumulates value in terms of brand recognition and digital value, but also data. And so there's data that comes along with doing an SEO program across 10 years, 15 years, or running Google ads for 10 years. You know which keywords work, you know what ad copy works, you know how much you have to spend. And so all of that sort of proprietary data and information that's been accumulated with the starts and stops and online sort of trials that you run as part of being a firm that markets is so valuable. And to a firm that's 0 to 5 years old, they just don't have the longevity of that kind of historical data and benchmark data and keyword information. They can use tools to find it, but it's different than the practical experience of having run it and seen what it can generate in terms of leads.
Wonderful. So then for today's buzzer beater, as we look at where we are in the marketplace, we have entered into law firm sales 2.0. And in law firm sales 2.0, where there is digital value of PI firms, where that digital value includes real data, and that real data, when a buyer is looking at it in terms of where the clients are coming in from, they're not necessarily coming in anymore just because of the great trial attorney that you have in your firm. It's because of the brand awareness and because consumers, would-be clients, can find you on Google. That data leads to predictability in terms of how many clients are coming in month, year in, year out. And as a result, banks are going to become much more comfortable lending on law firm sales. Buyers are going to be much more comfortable paying upfront money because of that digital value and because of the brand awareness that firms are developing. So, Stacey, last word for you as you look at these primary value components and the digital value and brand awareness, and as you're looking towards 2023 and beyond, how do you see that brand and digital value increasing sale value going forward?
Sure. I mean, if I'm an investor or a financial partner, I want to know that what I'm putting my money into or what I'm loaning money toward is a valuable, reliable, and as you said, predictable commodity. And so if you have an attorney that's been handling cases for 30 years, they have 30 years worth of case results, both, bench trial and jury trial, as well as settlement. And so they have a historical line of monies that they've been able to achieve for clients as well as net fees to firm. And so having that data makes them a known commodity to invest in, right? And so that to me is a better investment than I hope this is going to work out. They seem like a nice person.
You're exactly right. And it's a data analytics that leads to that predictability and higher values going forward. Stacey Burke, thank you so much for joining today's State of the Market for law firm sales in a little bit more than 7 minutes.
Thank you for having me.